Hey, we's gonna have a good time tonight. You gonna watch a show and it's good. Hey, it's a show that's hosted by Tito. And it's got guests, games, fun, and lots of laughs. Wow, I'm just making this song up on the spot, y'all. Peter. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by my love for Messiah Carey. Hey, the show's gonna start. Ooh, I got such a good reveal for you for the beginning, y'all. It's the Tito Bonito show. Here we go, man. And now, welcome to the Tito Bonito show. We have very special guest, Coco, Lamarr. And now, give it up for your host, the Cuban Missile Crisis of Burlesque. None other than Tito Bonito, yo, yes! Bam! Y'all, can you tell what my Halloween costume is? I'm already getting a head start on my Halloween costume for next year. If you can't tell, I am actually Georgia because we went fucking blue. Y'all, you ever get that feeling that you just barely escaped a fascist country? Just me twice in my life. Oh, yes. Okay, let me take this off because I don't trust neither side. But we definitely trust one a little bit more than the other. Welcome. I love wearing the same ass outfit every night, Pinky. I am your host, Tito Bonito, the Cuban Missile Crisis of Burlesque. Unfortunately, I can already tell you that we are having one guest tonight, and she is going to be amazing. We have the incredible Coco Lamarr, the singing chanteuse, the very charming chanteuse from Orange County, and we're going to play some games and get to know her a little bit more. But before we get started, all those new to the channel, remember, if you are watching this live, you can click the little hearts on the side, and that acts as an applause so that I can know that you are enjoying what you're watching and not just diddling yourself. Also, remember to check my OnlyFans out. It's a good time. It's a little softcore moment for you if you want to see a little more gander at the goods. Also, tonight's episode is sponsored by Atomic Skate Exchange. Yes! If you want to get yourselves your very own set of skates, I want you to check out Atomic Skate Exchange. That's where I got mine. It is a roller skate shop in Irvine, California. And we're in a drought right now, but if you need them, you can also bring in your old skates for cash. And they sell skates, pads, equipment, apparel, and they're offering private skate lessons, y'all. They literally didn't even pay me to use this sponsorship. I just love them so much, and they gave me those amazing skates. So make sure to check out atomicskates.com for more information. We love them. They are obviously or not obviously a part of the Atomic Ballroom, which we know is a umbrella to Muse Burlesque, which me and my special guest this evening are resident performers starting this year, even though this year has been a little wonky, but we are resident performers, and you can see her with Muse Burlesque now that they're doing live social distance shows in Irvine, California at the Atomic Ballroom. The next show I know of is November 15th. Also, y'all, did you know, the more you know, that next Tuesday is your boy Tito Bonito's birthday, y'all? What? Wait. It goes. Yes, birthday. I usually love to work on my birthday. I'm working on the other ends of it. I'm working Monday and Wednesday instead. But if you stick around to the end of the show, I'll tell you all the shows that I have coming up that are online, digital, and in person. I know. Isn't that a little risque? Also, if you love Coco Lamarr, I want you to make sure to remember there is a question mark box on the bottom that you can ask her any question you want, and we will have time to discuss if it's appropriate enough. Also, what else do I want to tell you before we get started? concluded with the show today. On top of everything, yeah, that was pretty much everything I needed to say, yo. Oh, really quick before we bring on our guest for the evening, you know I love doing this, and I do. Which Cuban food are you? Croquetas, 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 croquetas. Okay, I think we're ready for our first guest, y'all. Coming to your screens, Orange County's premier charming chanteuse, yo. Yes, the elusive and incredible Coco Lamarr is about to join us. She got a good case of jazz and whiskey, so without any further ado, I will bring her onto your screens right now. Spread your legs for the incredible Coco Lamarr. Wait, I have an audience. Yes, wait, I got it for you, girl. I got it for you. There you go.
Hi! Sorry, I'm reflecting all this light because I'm so pale.
Because you're so filled with light love that you literally cannot contain it. Look at that.
Sure,
You got
that's
your own.
what we'll call it.
Listen, that's what I'm going to call it. Look at you with your own little moment, so we can make sure that if we love Coco Lamarr, since we already do, you're going to make sure to throw some money her way. Also, you could send it my way, put the memo Coco, and I'll know to give it to her. But y'all don't ever give money for shit. So everybody watching this later on, please help us eat a chicken nugget meal. Please let us go to the In-N-Out protein style.
Oh, I'd love some chicken nuggies.
You know, that's what I'm saying. How are you, my love?
I'm good. I'm all moved in here up in Sacramento, and yeah, it's good stuff.
Ooh, I love this background. You look super vintage, cute, ready to be like...
Thank you. I owe it all to my brand new roommate. He's a fantastic decorator.
Is he family?
I'm living in like a... What? No. It's random Facebook marketplace. Right? Well, yes, now we are family, yes.
No. I'm saying, is he our family? No, I'm saying, like, is he our family? Like, is he...
Yeah.
Ooh, hi, what's up? You got a boyfriend? What's up? That silence told me everything that I needed to know.
He does. Back off, all right?
Yeah, I heard the silence. I literally heard the silence. You look absolutely stunning. How do you feel in Sacramento now that you have, you're settled, you're ready to create more art for us?
I am, yeah, no, it feels great. I'm from Sacramento, so it's been like to move back up here and kind of like bring some of, the Orange County style, burlesque movement, LA, Hollywood version up here. And everything kept getting pushed off. It kept getting pushed off. I was like in the middle of casting for one of those reality TV competitions, and I can't say which one. You gotta love signing NDAs.
Can I?
Right?
Can I guess? And you don't have to answer?
I suppose you could.
I know it's American Idol.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, is
You
American Idol even on?
Is
America's Got Talent, or you're going to be in The Masked Singer because you're already famous in my heart? I don't watch a lot of TV. I haven't had a TV since 2008, 10.
I don't have a TV either. Like it's all Hulu and like Netflix, and yeah, literally just stay at home. You just stream everything from like a computer or your phone. There's no need for television anymore. We've progressed past the need for regular television.
For basic cable. That's why we call it basic cable.
Ass cable.
It's basic as shit. Listen, I have been on a Netflix half and half, one-on-one, Moesha, The Parkers. Like every show I watched on UPN as a kid, I've been watching it, and to see it as an adult is really interesting because now I know for a fact what shows I liked.
You just said UPN. Oh my God. I
did.
I haven't heard somebody say UPN in a long ass time.
UPN, the WB before the CW.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember that show on the WB? And it was like Saturday mornings. It was like the very end of their like kids programming on Saturday mornings, and like Fergie was on there with Wild Orchid, and it was like the lip sync. It was like drag for straight people.
Yeah, it wasn't. The only thing I can think of in my head is not the name of it, but I remember that because I remember Fergie came from that for sure.
It was literally just like children lip syncing.
It's because they're always trying to do like Mickey Mouse Club, you know, like they're always just trying to recreate something that worked once or twice,
Yeah,
and it never does
but I
again.
mean, they did it with Fergie, so
Yeah, but Fergie wasn't Fergie back then. Fergie was
no,
what?
she was
Stephanie,
not.
what's
She
her
was
name?
not. She wasn't Fergalicious yet.
Fergalicious Deaf. Fergalicious Deaf. That's how she was talking back then because she wasn't ready to be Fergie yet. She was like
You
Fergalicious
mean
Deaf.
deaf, 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 deaf.
Really quick, I do want to shout out Coco Lamarr has an incredible new song called To Guido with Love, which you
Oh,
can. I'm just promoting shit because I know we're going to end up talking like we're friends on this. So I'm trying to make sure that we get some bullet points hit
I appreciate
throughout
that.
this evening. Remember to make sure to check out Coco Lamar's website because listen, you're not a burlesque performer unless you have an official dot something website, and you can make sure
That's
to check
true.
hers out at. It's true because it's a step. You could tell who's taking it a
Well,
little bit more serious.
did you know you can now register as a dot gay? You're welcome.
Did you see
You're
my
welcome.
light bulb go?
I
Ding?
did. I know. You're
That's
welcome.
I mean, it's still, I would love for it to be, just to be problematic, I would love for it to be dot queer, but beggars can't be
Well,
choosers.
well, yeah. I mean, we'll take what we can get.
Listen, and after this pandemic, I will literally take what I can get. Your boy's getting desperate, y'all. Your boy's getting desperate.
Feel you on
But
that shit. I feel you.
make sure to check out Coco's amazing website,
Thank you.
xococolamar.com, y'all. You're gonna have a good
Thank
ass time
you.
there.
And that actually that song I should say is a cover. It's actually called A Call from the Vatican. It's from the musical Nine. But I refer to the act as To Guido from Love. But I like to make sure to shout from
Mm.
the Vatican. It's a cover. It's fine.
That makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
Nine's the one with Fergie in it, right?
Yes, yeah. It all comes full circle.
Tie
Fergie
it,
just haunts my dreams.
tie it together. Listen. We stand Fergie. I actually that was my favorite part of the whole movie when Fergie did
Oh,
the
she's
Italian.
fantastic.
That was one of my favorite moments.
They
Uh,
they could not have cast that better, that
yeah,
role for that movie. Oh, it's just and her vocals, her and what's her name? Nicole Scherz.
Nicole Scherzinger. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fan. Like you would, and I think it's funny because you get a lot of, especially in like pop music, you'll get these people that get into these like really poppy personas, and sometimes it's like borderline cheesy, but you don't know that they actually like they got chops. Like Nicole can sing, amazing voice. It just the levels to her voice is are fucking insane. And Fergie, I mean, God bless her with that national anthem.
Everyone has everyone. We all have a bad day, y'all.
We all have a bad day, but I also feel like it wasn't terrible. It just was wrong for that setting.
It sounded like me trying to sing like you.
Maybe.
Oh, say it's like, how about
Right.
you don't?
It's right. Well, I also feel like maybe just the national anthem just it's not a sexy song. So like just maybe not that one, you know?
Yeah, I still have never heard anyone, although I am on a Messiah Carey kick right now, I still haven't heard anyone sing the national anthem better than Whitney. Like,
Oh, no one.
Whit- that, I feel like that should just be our national
What?
anthem that we just play all
No
the time.
one. No one.
That Whitney just
Whitney.
singing it should be the national anthem the whole time. Girl, take it off Wi-Fi. Go on that 4G, go on that 5G.
Oh, I can't. This is my one that's on Wi-Fi because it has no service.
Hey, we can make it work. I don't mind. Listen, we have a dropout guest and we still gonna make it work, y'all. I don't care. Try me. Try me 2020. You didn't see the beginning of the show when I put on this jacket, took it off, and I said I was going as Georgia? You'll see it later. She's
I
is
did.
acting up. Is acting up.
I did.
Coco, I want to talk about you. I want to talk about your career. I want to talk about what got you into the fabulous world of burlesque and being one of the, if not, I believe, one of the greatest Los Angeles lounge singers that is taking over all of the greatest burlesque shows. Look at this. We gonna fix your. Please tip Coco Lamarr so she can get her Wi-Fi fixed, y'all.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. No, well, so like I've always loved like movie musicals and stuff from like the 40s and 50s. I feel like we all say that. Well, and we're not unique. We all saw the same movies as a kid that made us interested in this shit. We get it. But no, I remember seeing. I think I had snuck on the computer and saw like Tito Bonito's website when I was like 11 or 12, and I was like, this better not awaken anything in me. And it did, surprise. And no, and then it kind of carried over. I was like, I want to do that. I want to I'd already loved like pinup looks and stuff like that, but I never knew that there were people that dressed that way. I thought I was just like a weird loner that people made fun of. And then I discovered burlesque. I was like, I want to do burlesque, but I have 2 left feet. I'm not good with like choreography. And so I kind of I dabbled in burlesque a little bit when I got out of high school, but my health sort of went on a decline. And then a few years back, I moved to Southern California, and my boyfriend at the time, I remember telling him, I was like, you know what, I really miss performing. I'm I'm bored. I miss performing. I miss the stage. And he was like, well, why don't you just sing? And I was like, nobody's gonna fucking sing. I ended up booking like a residency a week later. Yeah, I got my favorite bar and restaurant, like a few blocks from my house, 25 degrees in Huntington Beach. They found out that I sang, and they were like, well, they're like, do you want to come in on like Wednesday nights? And then it got really popular. I got Friday nights too, and then I was with them for up until the pandemic hit. I was with them for about 3 years, every Wednesday and Friday.
And you're also a part of arguably, no, for sure, the biggest productions of burlesque in Los Angeles right now, including Muse Burlesque, which you have upcoming on November 15th, next Sunday.
Yes, I'll be in Muse Burlesque. I'm doing with them. I mean, you know this, but I've been, the sort of the opener. So I sort of set the tone for people. I get them loosened up a little bit before you come in and just destroy them. And
we destroy
and
them.
It's great. We tag team the audience, and I love it. And I've gotten into some really amazing productions. I never, as someone who just enjoyed karaoke and singing in the shower, and I had a terrible experience in choir in high school, and so it kind of put me off from performing in front of people. But then I started doing 25 degrees, and from there I just started, people would be like, can you do our wedding? Are you available for our family gathering? Are you available for this or that? And I started getting street fairs, and I won Miss Muse Burlesque Spring Break. I think last year. Yeah, last year, and that's how I first met everybody in the show. And yeah, I won the contest, and then it was like, hey, do you want to come do an open mic for us? And I was like, yeah. So it's just it's kind of crazy how one little thing can kind of turn into a bunch of other really amazing things, which is exactly where I wanted it to go, and that was where I dreamed it would be at one point, but I didn't imagine that it would take off from there. Going from I do those are shows that people know around the world now,
Yeah.
and it's kind of, that's insane to me. And I it's weird to me that I'm perceived by people on other parts of the world that I've never met. People know who I am. That's really fucking weird to me, but it's awesome.
I mean, it is trippy. Do you remember the first time that you sang in your life? How old were you when someone was like, damn?
It wasn't until my mid-20s.
So, okay.
Actually. Yeah, no, well, so I was in high school, I was in I wasn't a full-on theater kid. There's some musicals that I really, really, really enjoy, but not all of them.
Right.
And I'm also just not naturally a dancer. And but I loved theater. And so I started auditioning for character parts. I can do Snow White's voice. And so I would always go out for 1920s bimbo characters and do the supporting comedic part.
but then I was like, wow, I'd really like to branch out from there and, not do a character voice. I'd like to, do me. And in high school, I was in men's choir because my voice is so deep.
Mm,
And I'm a belter, so I can probably fill a room like without a microphone.
I
And
believe it.
so and so during like spring musical, they would put me on multiple microphones in the wings when the boys were singing, so I could help like fill in the guys like because they're teenage boys, they don't know how to project.
They
And
don't. They don't know how to do
right,
nothing.
but even still, like our choir conductor, he didn't really like I still don't know how to read music. Like I don't understand
You still
pitches
don't
or
know how to read
keys or
music?
anything like that. I just know, yeah, I don't know how to read music. I don't understand like harmonizing or pitching or keys. I just know to do what I do, which is awesome, but also it makes it
Harder to share it, probably.
asking. Yeah, they're like, well, what key do you sing in? So I didn't really get like the positive reinforcement for my voice. I think that
Yeah.
um especially in high school, they they favor like the higher tone girls, like, altos and sopranos and so I think they didn't really know what to do with me and they just kind of needed me as filler.
Mm.
And so I didn't even know really that there were women that sounded like me, which was the really weird part. Like I remember like Amy Winehouse came out around the time I was in high school, and I remember hearing her, but every time I heard her, it was live, and she was always trashed. So I was like, I don't understand the
Mm.
big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it wasn't until I got out of high school when I was in like my mid 20s, and I would go to karaoke because I wanted to perform, but I didn't think
Of
I had a
course.
good voice, and so I would go to
Can you imagine,
karaoke to
y'all?
like,
Can you imagine being this talented and not allowing, but society is so messed up that I can't. And I was a late bloomer too. I didn't get confidence really till like 25, but it's like maddening to know what we would have done as a kid. We probably
right.
would have ruled high school.
Right, right. I was like, I probably could have done a whole bunch of really cool shit, and like, like I could have gone for like scholarships or something like that, and like I could have been on fucking Broadway, but no, thanks, Mr. Bartholomew of
Ooh,
Wilseywood
call
High
his name out.
School.
What school?
I am in Vacaville, California.
Vacaville. Vaca is that
Yeah, downtown.
cow in Spanish? Vaca?
Vaca,
Vacaville
yeah,
is it's a
Vacaville.
ville. It's a ville for
I
cows.
wish there were more. Yeah, there's not enough cows. I don't know why they call it that.
I love it because honestly, you do have such a voice that like, and I've told you this before, so I'm just bragging for you right now. But like when you started performing at Red Line for the Pansy Craze Peep Show, like I remember the first time you performed, I believe it was January of this year, and
It might have
literally
been,
all the
yeah.
bartenders, it was bartenders, the owner, like the DJ, literally were going like this to Coco because it's like I remember at one point too, I was like, girl, do as many songs as you want because literally. And you were the intermission. And then after the second song, you finished and everyone was like, ah, encore, encore, encore. And my favorite, I was like, wait for it. She's like, I still have 3 more songs, y'all. She's like, y'all don't get ahead of yourself. I'm in the middle of my
People were so
concert.
nervous. They thought I was done. I was like, I'm not fucking done.
And that's amazing because it made me realize too that like, forget the pandemic, but like to have like a gay bar, a queer bar, just
Mhm.
like find burlesque in a way where it's so hard to find it, where it is free technically to watch.
Mhm.
To get good burlesque like that is so rare that it is life changing to people, like
No,
just like it was to us.
no, absolutely. And it's one of those things that it's a great feeling when somebody comes up to you afterward and they're like, oh my God, like I didn't know this was a thing. Sometimes people aren't even like, even to this day, some people don't really understand, or their idea of burlesque is like just like the Christina Aguilera movie or something. They don't know it in the sense of like, Gypsy Rose Lee and Tempest Storm and things like that. And so
Right.
it's a really cool feeling when people come up afterward and they're like, oh my God, like can I do that? I want to do that now. Like
I'm like, you
that's fucking
can't,
rad.
you literally can't sing like Coco, but You can find your own path. And that's the interesting too, just going back to when you said that your preconceived notions of burlesque where you were like, I can't dance. And it's like I always obviously you know now that we can do burlesque without dancing and
Right.
even without musicality. Like, I mean, it's still a huge part. It helps a lot, but it's like I always mention Hyacinth Lee's tribute to Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg, where there
Exactly.
wasn't even nudity. Like,
Right.
and it was a burlesque act. And that
Well,
makes me realize that everyone can make burlesque their own way.
right. And so, like, when I started out sort of in the Orange County area, like, my goal was always, like, yeah, I started doing, like, the lounge singing thing, but my goal was to always, like, inject burlesque into it. I was like, okay, if I can't, because I had expressed interest with a couple of troops in, like, Southern California area, and a lot of them didn't consider what I do burlesque. And so I was getting
Name them.
turned down. Yeah, I was
I
getting
want you to
turned down
name them.
for like,
Let
so
me
I'm
call
not going
them.
to drop names. I'm not going to drop names.
Text me.
No, but some people were like, we're not looking for soloists or, this or that. And I was like, okay, well, right? I was like, well, whatever, okay. And so I started incorporating burlesque into like my lounge act because I was like, if I can't get into it somewhere else, I'll just bring it to me. And one of the I think the funnest thing about burlesque is it can literally be exactly what you want it to be. Like you don't, like you shouldn't try to just duplicate what somebody else does,
But
like
they already
definitely
did
take
that.
yeah, it's already been done. And that's my other thing too, is I think people are so freaked out about, well, it's got to be original. There's no such thing as original anymore. Literally
One more
every
time.
song, every costume color combination, everything, it's been done. So just do it your way. But I remember when like I started doing it, and then I started getting into a couple of like burlesque shows, and I did like sort of a special event up here in SAC in, I want to say, December 2018. It was for Siren events. And they were doing this really, really, really cool thing where once a month, or maybe it was bi-monthly, I can't remember exactly, but they would get local performing artists that would, they put it on at like B Street Theater, and they would just like host awesome burlesque and variety, stand up, all that kind of stuff. And the really cool thing about it though was act people could give their input to these like aspiring artists and say, oh, this is what I really liked. And they would weed out, they wouldn't give us, like, if somebody said something rude, they wouldn't give us, they would just give us the really constructive criticism or the compliments. Which I thought was really amazing. But I got one when I was looking at my reviews, it was great. It was all great stuff that I got back. But someone told me, if you're going to do burlesque, you should move and take something off. And I was like, okay, well, Gypsy Rose Lee took 7 minutes to take off one glove. So if it's good enough for Gypsy, it's good enough for me. And that's just kind of
That part.
where I went from that. So like, don't let people tell you how to do your burlesque.
Look at how I do it. That literally is like,
Yeah.
like I don't do it like mind-blowing uniquely, but I do it in my own way where explaining it to just people as just a dude doing burlesque is hard enough for people to grasp. So it's like, why try to just feed into like doing something that someone already has been practicing for fucking 20 years and you're just starting? Obviously it's not going to look the same, but if you are yourself and you're authentic, it just like makes your choices too less contrived and less like you're like trying to be something you're not, and then it's authentic, and then people actually like, they can tell, like people have a bullshit meter whether they admit it or not in the audience, and they will not feed you if they smell bullshit. They will literally just watch you like
They're like,
And I've always said too to my students, I'm like, the idea of burlesque, if you are going to strip, but at the end of the day, no matter what, is you have to have fun on stage, whether you're being sexy or not, because it's like, if you love your body, we will love it. Like,
exactly.
and it's hard too, because sorry.
No, you go for it.
Well, no, just because the idea of it is so hard to get on stage and do a full thought out theatrical story on top of getting naked and making sure that when you're taking off your clothes, you're not like fumbling and it actually looks seamless. That is, it's like, to me, the closest thing I could think of is drag, where it's like you have to have so much shit going on, and yet
Hmm.
people that do it well make it look flawless. So people are just
Right.
like, "Oh, I could do it. I could do it," and it's
Right.
like,
Well, and I think too, sometimes we as performers get so wrapped up in not outdoing each other, but like, like not even one upping, but trying to, again, make it unique or make it stand out. And sometimes we overdo it. Sometimes it's too many reveals, or sometimes it's, you have to focus on, I think the thing that a lot of us, and I know that myself, I try to focus on is being realistic about my strengths and my weaknesses. I know that my strengths, I know what my strengths are and I know what my weaknesses are, and you have to either hone it or own it. So either, you say, yeah, I'm not very good at this, but I'm gonna fucking do it anyway, or say, yeah, I'm not very good at this, but I'm gonna work on it.
yeah. And that's
But
the biggest
instead
thing.
of people, they get so, they want to, oh, and they think that they have to do it right now, because if they don't do it right now, someone else will. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing.
Or they go, I don't want to do it until it's perfect. And it's like, oh, you do realize it's never going to be perfect if you're doing it right.
Exactly. It's never going to be perfect, especially for artists. We're our biggest critics. Like, you're
If you're
never
a
going to
good
be able to be
artist, you
perfect.
want to be constantly evolving. You want to be Beyonce. You don't want to be fucking singing the same shit every day and dancing the
Right.
same way. You want to elevate. And so therefore it is impossible for it to be perfect. And it's like, how could you even plan for perfection in an art form that has to do with a lot of improv and a lot of just making sure that the
And
audience,
live.
yeah, yeah.
The only way you can be perfect live is if you are lip syncing to, and you're doing very minimal movement on stage. There's Otherwise it's never going to be perfect, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect.
But it's also important too in burlesque that I've always tried to like make sure we talk about, and I know since it's a predominantly female field, it's important to understand what our limits are. And first of
Hmm.
all, ain't nobody making enough money in burlesque to be taken advantage of. So it's that part of understanding what your worth is and actually being, because I remember my biggest struggle in burlesque after moving to Los Angeles was right when I realized that I wasn't making any money doing it and I was working really hard at it. And then I was
Hmm.
like, forget it, I'm just going to raise my rate, because then
Right.
I can see if people actually want to hire me, and then I can just move on if nobody does. And I remember instantly I got like you said, like I got multiple like weekly
Hmm.
gigs. I got Tease If You Please right after, which paid better. And I remember just being like, wow, I really did have to have this blind faith. And art, you have to have so many moments of just trusting your gut and like
Yeah.
not listening to certain people sometimes. And that I think is one of the hardest things to like sustain it, because people get over art real quick because it's
Yeah,
not.
especially it's hard, especially I would say if you were the type of person who struggles with like anxiety or imposter syndrome. It's like you find yourself constantly seeking out, not same, not necessarily seeking out validation, but you're like, are you sure it was good? Are you sure? And even though you can hear that multiple times, you'll still think, no, they're just saying that. They're just being nice. They don't actually like me. They hate me. They don't want me up on that stage. I know it. I don't know why they hired me, because it's a joke. It's not really, it's terrible. And it just eats away at your brain. And,
Oh, you could do that about anything, and that's when I do that, when I was doing that in the beginning, I remember I had to tell myself, if they hire you again, they liked it, so shut up,
exactly.
because they
So
would
shut up.
not hire you.
Exactly.
And backstage, nobody wants to hear you walk off stage, especially if we think you did a good job. And then you're like, I didn't do a good job. Because technically, what it looks like is that you're asking, not you, but just in general,
Right.
because we are such a vulnerable art form and we
Mm-hmm.
are a community. So we do feel like we are safe in expressing our true worries and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't think people get to that when you express your worry after your number, you don't know if you're talking to someone that hasn't performed yet and is like, oh my God, if Coco feels like she did a bad job, I'm going to
Right.
do a bad job. And that's the part where it's like, I want us to just always keep that in mind of like what we say and how that affects other people in those settings, and how like coming backstage and being like, I sucked is without a doubt, in my humble opinion, asking for people to stroke your ego. Because that
I
paycheck,
mean,
it's going
I
to be
don't
all ego.
I get what you mean. I know there are some times where it's like somebody's like like just devastatingly awesome, and you're like, shut up, like no, you know. But it also is, you know, I know myself, I probably have that thought every time I get off stage, but I try not to say it because I don't want to like make other people nervous, you know. And
I
it's
do it most times. Most times,
yeah,
90% of the time, I get off stage and I was like, why did I talk so much? Why did I do that? But then I
right,
like it because it's almost like we're taking notes and being like,
right,
okay, make sure that if that bothered you right now, then try to talk less or try to do
right.
whatever is different because hopefully you'll have more opportunities to fix whatever shit. But it's live. It's like if you're playing drums, you're gonna fuck up the drums sometimes. And if you
Exactly. It's you're gonna fuck up and it's okay. And it's just I I think a lot of people are like you said when people are like, "Well, I'm just gonna wait until it's perfect." And it's just like I'm so mad at myself for not having followed my dream sooner and like for letting
mm,
somebody's like voices from high school letting voices tell me, oh, it's not that great and this and that, letting other people tell me that, and it weighed on me for 10 more fucking years. And
at least it wasn't more than that. At least it
at
wasn't
least it
30
wasn't more
years.
than that.
At least it wasn't traumatic to the point where you never did it ever.
Right.
Because
But I
we
wish I
didn't.
would have done it sooner. I wish I would have said, fuck that. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And people need to start doing that. Just, you know, like if you want to tap dance, then tap dance, but tap dance.
But
If
ta-
you want to
but
sing, then sing, but you better sing. Like don't go up there and do this like go fucking sing the song. Do it.
yeah,
Because you know, if it's something that you love and just fuck what everybody else thinks.
yeah. Especially if you're getting paid to do it and then you
Right.
don't lose your work. Like it's literally the universe being like, no, you're fine. Just keep at it.
Right.
Like
Just keep working at it.
and figure out who it is that you kind of because the thing is too in burlesque it's like you can say I want to be like this person or this person but it's usually a blend of like different things because you
Oh yeah.
can't just do one like you aren't just a performer you sing you can host you're funny you can like and hosting on top of performing is literally you're the whole fucking show.
It's well, that's a nightmare to me, hosting and I don't know how you do what you do because like I'm not very good with just as somebody who's kind of on the spectrum, I'm not very good at necessarily talking to people sometimes. And so, and I'm not very good at connecting with people a lot of times. But so my resolve to that is singing because I don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to talk to somebody. I can sing a song and then somebody will come up after and be like, you have no idea how badly I needed to hear that. Like I was having the worst day. Like people, it's like we're having a conversation just with one song or with one set of music. And that's where I get my like, this is how I socialize and this is how I connect with people and I connect with other artists and I connect with audiences because otherwise I don't know how to do it. People terrify me.
I mean, I do believe that everyone, if they really, like you said, if you wanted to host, because the thing is, that's what I did. I remember I used to talk so fast in high school that I see my friends going,
They're like,
slow down. And I'd be like, so the TLC did it in the limit one, don't go chasing waterfalls because the only rivers and the lakes that you, and it's like, breathe. And I learned that you have to dissect everything. You have to dissect art. You don't just paint a painting. You do like colors at a time and you do every
mm-hmm,
detail and hosting is and public speaking are all those things. I have everything ahead of time so that the improv can be the last thing that I add, which I do a
right,
lot, but it's still like the show, you know the rules, you know what people provide you with their bio, you can plan ahead in case people are like, I don't know what to fucking say. You can kind of make those things, and with trial and error and imposter syndrome, you can get to a place where you're a wannabe G's Louise. Because my watered down G's Louise is still better than some of y'all hosts out there.
I'm
Sorry,
not
I didn't
saying
mean to be
nothing.
crazy like
I'm
that.
not
My love,
saying
I can literally
nothing.
talk to you forever. We almost took the entire show. Look at that. We don't even need another guest. It
Really?
could just be the Tito Coco show.
What time is it? How
It's
long have we gone?
7:45 already.
Oh, that went by so quickly.
I know.
Woo!
And I do love consent. It is so mandatory. So I would
And
love to
sexy.
it's very sexy but very mandatory. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
mandatory now because we literally can't touch nobody.
Oh, that,
Um,
yeah. Well, you'd be surprised if people still try to. You're like, what the fuck? Get away.
oh, I love being able to go, do you have to stand that close to me? Don't stand so close to me. Da-na,
Don't stand
da-na.
so. Don't stand so.
Do you want to play a game, Coco? That's where my consent was coming from. Would you like to play?
Sure.
Would you like to play a game with me?
Yeah, I was like, can you? I want to be like, can you ask me that like jigsaw though? Like, just,
I want to play a game.
ugh.
In your tits, there is a key. You have to remove your nipple in order to extract the key. The key won't even open your actual headlock. It just opens the bottom key. That you'll find another key in your vagina. That one you must chew through. Hey, let me stop. Wow, Halloween's over.
That got weird.
I want to play a game. This is a very simple game. It's called Song Association.
Oh, okay.
Have you played this game before?
I mean, yes, there's the filter on Instagram that you can do, and I feel weird because I have to put it on like self-recording because I'm like, I'll take off that 15 seconds trying to think of something.
Hey, it works. Listen, and just like I believe, like video games, practice makes perfect. So we can just have fun. It's super easy. We're just gonna have you sing a couple. We're gonna give you a word, and then you just have to give me a song that you know with the word in it. You could just sing one line, whatever you want, but just USA, USA. You can have a drink, another drink right now, so you can get ready for it. And then if
All
you
right. Well,
want,
I should have warmed up, but let's do this.
me, you got to go the G's Louise. Me, you.
No,
Me,
you. Just me.
me. The emancipation of Mimi. And if you want, if you get confident with the words, you can go, Tito, give me a hard one. And then I have some hard ones for you.
Oh God. Okay.
No, I got a hard
All right.
one. So
This.
here we go. Your
If I had a
first,
nickel for every time I heard that.
you'd owe 35 cents. So
Less than that, probably.
no, you'd have $3,500. Relax. You, your, your first word of the evening is queen. It's hard. I know. You don't have to worry about it. We can. You can go pass.
Pass.
Your next word is down.
Down. Can you use it in a sentence, please? I'm
Going down.
Sorry. I'm gonna steal that one. I'm going down. Cause you ain't around. Anyway, whatever.
That was perfect. Perfect. I love it. I could just do this and then you could sing it correctly.
Okay.
I could be like
no, just
bad
give me the
idea.
word. Give me the word.
Okay, your next word. Your next word is happy.
Fucking hate the song. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I feel happy. I hate that song. Oh God.
Listen, I'm gonna end with a. First of all, that song I am only mad at that I didn't write it because it's so perfect. It's so generic.
It's more for me. It's more like I'm taking a depression nap. Depression nap.
Because I'm recharging.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you three more. One is gonna be really hard, and we'll save that to the end. What about the word dream?
I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you. That gleam in your eyes is so familiar a dream. And if I know you. Anyway, go on.
Yes! Come on, Disney After Dark. I love that. That was beautiful.
Song is completely out of my key.
This is a random question that has nothing to do with this game. When is the album coming out? And can I be a music video hoe?
Yes, but once we have a financier.
So
because Mama can't afford the studio time.
So I know that nobody watches this show, but whoever's randomly watching this right now, you will never invest your money in something better than Coco Lamarr. Let this queen cut a motherfucking EP, an album. Cut it out so she can fix this internet.
Yeah, this.
You want
Fuck
one
you.
more or a hard? You want a hard one? You want an easy one and a hard one, or just a hard one?
Let's do an easy one and a hard one.
Okay, so your last easy word is all right.
All right.
Yeah, that's hard. That's kind of hard.
That's a what? That wasn't a.
I'm thinking of a specific song, but I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, and that's not.
I'm thinking of
Give me a
Janet
different
Jackson's "All
easy
Right."
song. Give me a different easy word.
Good.
Shit, I'm not good at this.
She
I told
went.
you I'm not good at timed things.
I almost gave you the Mariah edition, which is very hard. She'd be saying in some words.
See, okay, the problem with this game is that for some reason, all I can think about right now is Miss New Booty by Bubba Sparks.
Thank you so much for watching the show tonight. I have been your host, Tito Bonito. Thank you so much for our guest, Coco Lamarr. We ran out of time for Yoli Mayor. I'm gonna give you a hard one because this one I feel like is such a hard word that I only know like one song with it, and I've been
Great.
talking about her all night. So I'm trying to make everyone respect the queen and entity and songwriter that is Messiah Carey. This is a hard one. Messiah Carey, do you believe when you believe? The hardest word I could think of is incessantly.
Bitch, what? No.
Do you know Mariah Carey songs?
No, I don't.
Oh my God, let's watch Glitter.
I think I've seen Glitter, but it was like when I was in like middle school.
Oh, I never watched it so recently because I was like, I want to have my own opinion about this because I've always heard it sucks.
Right.
And then I was like,
I feel like
it does.
I need to do that with Glitter and Coyote Ugly and the movie with Jessica Alba, Honey.
I've never seen Honey. I remember Coyote Ugly was okay, but Glitter is like a bad version of A Star Is Born with a killer soundtrack.
Love it. I'm
The
here for it.
soundtrack,
Let's watch that when I get down there.
80s Mariah Carey is the shit. Listen, I had no idea.
Let's watch that when we get down there.
I always think of what?
You mentioned Whitney, and it's funny because I was literally just listening to the Brandy Cinderella soundtrack last night to calm my nerves. So
damn,
I'm mad that I didn't think of the song Impossible when you said the word dream. I'm like, I literally just heard that fucking song. How did I not
it's
remember
because
that?
No, trust me, this game could have been harder because I could have given you a timer.
Oh yeah, no, don't ever do that to me. I'm not good at timed shit. I'm like, is that a message?
No, I know how. I know, that's why I was like, I know how to make it as much of a fun time as possible while still making it a little bit of a struggle. You know? Sounds like my sex life. Coco,
Same.
would you like to tell your fans, your new fans, any place that they can see you, where they can catch you other than your website?
Well, I mean, I will be in Muse Burlesque this Sunday in Santa Ana, Copper on 3rd. That's, I think, my only live in-person show for the rest of the year, pretty much, just because of everything that's been down and all that. But you can book me to, I can record a whole musical set if you and your friends need something to listen to at brunch on a Sunday at home where you can be safe and socially distanced. If you want cocktails at home, just hit me up. I can record I'll film a whole hour-long set for you for a decent rate. Or if you need somebody to sing happy birthday to a friend, I got you. Just hit me up.
Listen, not for a decent rate. Y'all can pull money together and give her rate. All right. So ask
That's what
her.
I mean.
What?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Because we're not. No. We're not underselling ourselves because there's a pandemic. Y'all have enough money out there. Y'all can pay us our fucking rate. I love you so much. I think you are absolutely not only just talented, but such a sweetheart and great person.
Thank you. I
With
love
shitty
you.
internet.
I miss you. But yes, I have very shitty internet right now. But I will.
It's okay. I'm just saying because it's funny, and then we can keep it real. That's how friends do.
Exactly. No, I like it. But I will leave everyone with this tidbit. Impossible For a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage, impossible. For a plain country pumpkin and a prince to join in marriage, and 4 white mice could easily become 4 white horses. Such folderol and fiddly-dee of courses. It's possible. Yeah, there we go.
Whitney Houston is alive, y'all. You ain't gonna tell me Whitney Houston did
No,
not
just
speak through this phone right now. Yes, Nippy Houston. I love you, Coco Lamar.
everybody go follow your fucking dreams.
That part.
Do it.
Even during a pandemic, follow your dreams.
That was my message, was follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams and don't be an asshole about it.
Yeah, and tip more than 20% when you go out now. And the mask goes over your nose.
Around the entire thing. Mask.
Over the nose.
You know,
Jesus
wear it up.
Christ.
Wear it up. I love you so much. You are the shit. I hope that I can have you back when the album comes out.
Everybody keeps pushing about an album. I have no money for an album, so people better be tipping so that I can get money for an album, because it's not.
So a GoFundMe is what we need to be doing. Okay, I got it. Because remember, I've learned that you have to manifest the things that you want in your life by speaking them into existence. So even if you are far from it, I want to make a parody album like Weird Al Yankovic.
What's going to be on your parody album?
Oh my God, I be singing songs all the time. What was I singing earlier in the shower? What was I singing in the shower today? I even write them on notes. What did I write the other day where I was like, you are so stupid. I hate you. I'm going to have to like sit here and actually like figure it out because I forgot where I wrote. But I come up with shit all the time.
Send me a voice memo so I can hear it.
Even the theme song today, I started adding words to the theme song. So
I love that.
Watch the beginning because I show you my Halloween costume, even though it's November and it's me as Georgia.
Time is not real.
It's irrelevant. It really is.
It's not real. I mean, have as many Christmases for the rest of the year as you want.
Hanukkah too, if that makes your heart desire. Have all three.
Or
Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa Christmas.
Yeah, just or Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas, Toyota-thon.
Oh my God, I love you. We're gonna run out of time, but everyone show some love to Coco Lamarr. Make sure to visit her website, xococolamar.com. Make sure to tip this queen who is an incredible performer and hire her for private events. Y'all have some private events.
For your outdoor socially distanced things around Midtown or in Southern California, because I will be there once a month. I am available.
Or digitally all across the world. Come on, friends. Give us some money.
That's true. That is very true.
Give her some money. Okay, we love you. Bye, Coco.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I love that. Queen! Yes, Coco Lamarr, the incredible, filled up this whole episode, y'all. What a good time. I hope you all had a good old sexy moment. I'm turning on the comments for a second to let you all know what's going on. Next week, we are, officially Mondays, the Tito Bonito Show right here on Instagram Live at Cuban Missile Crisis. We also have, what do I got going on in my life? Next week, y'all, our special guest next week, this is for all the people that left already. They're not going to know about this. Make sure if you want to tip me, that's pinned right here. Y'all can throw me some money. And if you want to throw it at Coco, memo Coco, and I will send it to her. Next week, we have Valentina Orbit, who is an incredible producer out here in San Diego and hoop artist on top of a million other things. And we're going to find out more about that. Also, we have queer icon Dexter Mayfield that's going to be joining us next Monday, November 16th, right here on Instagram. It's going to be my birthday next week, so make sure you send me some tips, send me some dicks, good ones, healthy ones, and ones that are big and can last for a while. Also, catch me this week. I'm going to be at the Ooh La La Review in San Diego, November 14th. It's going to be an all-ages show, so everyone can come. Make sure to check us out, oohlalareview.com, and learn how to spell review. It's R-E-V-U-E. Also, what else am I doing? I'm going to be this Saturday in Temecula Valley Pride. It's going to have a little bit of Cuban Missile Crisis. Also, next week, I'm part of the National Hotline Boyless Show. Look at this That is a flyer, y'all. And that's going to be on Wednesday, November 18th. But on Monday, November 16th, I'll also be part of Encore Presents Burlesque. And that's going to be on Twitch. So it's going to be a little safe for work moment with some incredible drag performers. And y'all better. Kitty Von Quinn is in this motherfucker. Yes. So you're going to want to make sure to check that out. Remember, please follow me on my OnlyFans. And you never know what kind of guests we're going to get on this show. So if they show up, I'm kidding. I'm being so shady, but I can be shady to Cuban people because they know I'm not really mad. Be kind to each other, but most of all, your damn selves. Because this is a hard-ass year, y'all. And we took the right steps to move this country in the right direction. And I'm so excited about it. So if you want to find out more, you can check out all upcoming shows and information so that you can see those shows on my official website at titobonito.com. It is updated with a bunch of shit. You're going to spend a good time having some fun on there. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching the show tonight. Thank you so much to Coco Lamarr for joining us. Sorry we ran out of time for Yoli Mayor, but she'll be fine. We'll have her back in another time, y'all. That's what happens when you try to trust any Cuban other than Tito Bonito. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're all right. Y'all make good choices. I worry about you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Christiana. I gotta say that right. Diana Hex Queen, thank you. We are doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. I love y'all. Love to all of you.